We are live for a Tuesday night special Q&A with Cara, ThriftyPixie, and Frank from ThrifterDotMe, coming to talk about the $5 challenge that we've all put together. We are missing Rob tonight. He got held up at work, so thanks to Rob for letting us know. And unfortunately, he's not going to make it, but we will give him a shout out for being a part of it as well later on. Before we get into too much detail and what's been going on, I'll let you guys sort of introduce yourselves. I'm sure everyone in the chat knows who you guys are, but Cara, what's been happening with you and your channel? I know you've been dropping some new videos pretty regularly now.
Not a lot, just doing my thing. I have a recent video, my vintage haul from a previous op shop trip I did recently. So yeah.
And Cara is ThriftyPixie on YouTube, so we have dropped her link in the bio. So if you guys haven't checked out Cara before, definitely head over there. I'm sure everyone in the chat has, but
you talked that way down. It's a really cool vintage.
Lots of knowledge over there. And we've also got Frank with us tonight. We'll give us a little bit of rundown of what's been happening with yourself, Frank. And I know you've been putting out some videos as well.
Yeah, busy. Just been trying to get as much listed as I can and try and do some sourcing in between that as well. Got back into getting some of the stuff to my contractor who does all my photos for me as well. So I've been busy just trying to package things up and getting things moving. And yeah, a couple of new videos out, and I post on the blog as well.
Definitely. Yeah. So ThrifterDotMe, that link is in the description as well, guys. If you haven't subbed to Frank, check over there. Absolute genius when it comes to IT and tech stuff, and you'll see that coming up shortly when we talk about that a bit more. Direct Flipper Brad has dropped in. He will be at work, but he said he'll try and listen. Uniquely Me has said hello and good night because it's real early in the morning. Murray's in. Thank you very much. There is our friend Rob, still at work, grinding those coins. Drifter Thrifters in. That's a cool name. Thank you for dropping by. Joining Kain here. My mum's in the chat, so mum's come to see all you guys. Thank you. My empty hanger Melbourne, Donna is in. Evening all, looking forward to another great live. Denny Carr, he was messaging me today trying to pick out what part of the picture I was referring to in that little sneaky preview.
It took me a while. Swans and decks, hoist the main sails.
Captain's in the chat, Toby. Thank you, Toby. Zach's in as well. Thank you, Zach. Good to see you. Why does it do that?
It did the jump.
Cookie and the Haydens, Chris, thank you for dropping in. V&V Mode, Kaz Reseller, Look Mama Hustling, Drew and Sarah in. Sinister, thank you for coming. Recommence Dave. Samson TV, good to see you. Been dropping some sick videos lately.
Yeah.
Tamara Mills, Relove, Prelove, Grant Lee, thank you for coming.
Mikhail.
You know this guy, Cara? I don't know, he keeps popping up on my stream.
Suggesting that we do challenges.
I don't know who he is.
Quick shout out to Mikhail as well, who was actually probably the catalyst to this, because in one of the chats, I think it was on Rob's channel, he dropped in like, you guys should do a $50 challenge for a month. And then we kind of got talking. We were like, maybe we should do a $5 challenge for 6 months. So Mikhail was probably the catalyst for this. So you can definitely say thanks.
To cheat today because he found some G-Star jeans for $5.
He's got a Resell on all of us. He's got us covered.
Yeah. $5.
Zach's dropped your channel in, Cara. Thanks, Zach. Shazad's in. Thank you, Shazad. Good to see you. And oh man, Zach's dropped Frank's channel as well. Thank you very much. Dave C's here, and we're almost at the bottom of the chat. So if I missed anybody, thank you very much. Jamie is here. Kelly is here. Ian Kimmins is as well.
2 pairs of G-Star.
Stevie G. Leanne, thank you for coming in. I think we've got everyone.
Well done.
If we've missed anyone in the chat, we come in after this. Thanks for joining us. So tonight, Q&A, we will talk a little bit about the $5 challenge and what we've been working on. But before we get into it, we'll have a little bit of chat about what's been happening the last few days for these guys. A little bit of eBay talk, obviously, because that's where we all sell. So, Cara, how's your week been so far in terms of eBay sales and listings? And
as you guys know, my weekend was pretty good.
Yeah.
Ended up with like 30-something sales and sent 28 out on, or actually more than 28. It would have been like 30 orders across 28 sales because I've got a couple of multi-sales. And I know it's been average like today, like as in it's fine. Yeah.
Frank, what about yourself?
Yeah, it's been pretty steady. I just had a quick look before, and I'm tracking to be above last month's total already. So
Yep.
pretty happy with that because that was already a record month.
All with a young family.
Your 90 day is in 90 day total today.
I was just going to say special shout out to Dora Flipper who helped me with the Jordans the other day. Sold in less than 12 hours, which was pretty good.
Speaking of Dora Flipper, he does have a question. Who's a red hot favorite for winner? Well, I'm not really sure. We've counted ourselves out of winning because we can't win our own money. But I don't know. There's actually 67 people that have signed up for the challenge. So I don't know if I could pick one out as a favorite at the moment. But there's some very good, a lot of really great resellers in that group. So
it's hot competition. There's
actually some international ones as well. We've got a couple internationals. One from the UK, one from New Zealand. There might be a couple from the UK now. So thanks everyone for joining. Hot favorite. I don't know. We might have to take some bets on it or something. We'll do those side gig, I think. Well, we'll take that offline because we don't want that. DVG, good to see you. Beck's in as well. Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, so we did ask for some questions over on Instagram as well. As we go along, you guys feel free to jump in. I kind of wanted to bring everyone on that's been a part of creating the $5 challenge, give you guys a bit of thanks for supporting it. So Cara's jumping on board to help us out with the admin side of it because now we have 67 individual people and some couples doing it. There's going to be a lot of photos flying through and entries and stuff. So we called in for the big guns, the big support. So thanks to Cara for helping us out with that. And obviously Frank has developed a lot of the back-end forms, the tracking sheets, which we'll drop into shortly, the leaderboard. So I had an idea, but I'm stupid when it comes to that sort of stuff. So I had to call in the bigger guns in Frank to help us out, and he's been spending a heap of time on it. So thanks to Frank for that. I know we've had some trouble as well along the way with our little images and stuff, but we're soldiering on, aren't we, Frank?
Yep. If we break it, let us know and we'll fix it. All good.
Pickers Junction's in. Good to see you, Kira. Thanks for dropping by. Hectic. Yeah. I was kind of expecting to get maybe around, 20 to 30. 67 has just blown my mind. Rack Raiders dropped a video today. Just caught that one. Cherie's in as well. Thank you for coming.
Who was that?
Got a bit of a fan over on Facebook there, Frank. Don't know if you've heard of her, but she might be in the other room. Keeping an eye on you. I just see that as someone wearing glasses. That's mean. Georgina's in. Thanks, Georgina, for dropping by, and Oz Riley. So thank you everyone for joining us either on YouTube or Facebook. We are streaming on Facebook as well. So before we get into any of the sheets or anything like that, what do you think is going to be the biggest challenge of this challenge? Like, what do you think is going to be a key point to get you started? Cara, do you have something that you're sort of like, what's your strategy, I guess?
I think probably like a lot of people's strategies is going to be finding that item that's going to sell like in a couple of days, if we can find that item. That's the thing. You're going to go to the op shop, and are you actually going to be able to find that item straight away? It might take you ages to find something that's going to flip, like, because you got to be really careful with how you spend it, because if you get something for $5 and it doesn't sell for like 2 months, you're pretty much stuffed.
Yeah. And what about you, Frank? Are you going in with a similar mentality, that quick flip up front and then build from there?
Yeah, I think so. I've got a couple of ideas of what I want to pick up first, and it's just a matter of trying to find them though as well. So see how we go. I think the real challenge is going to be moving from maybe the $100 to the $1,000 range, pretty quickly. Once you get into the bigger ticket sort of items, I think that's where we're really going to see some jumps from people.
I think to so like when you're reinvesting your money and stuff, I think probably a good idea is to have, like, if you're able to find those big ticket items, that's great, buy them, but then also maybe invest your money in some more quick flips as well, because sometimes you have like an expensive item that's going to sell for a lot, but we know that sometimes they are a bit more long tail. So if you grab like a couple of different things, if you can, obviously it depends on what op shop you're going to, because sometimes what are you going to be able to get if you're flipping it into $20? Then you've got $20 and
Yeah.
it's not heaps of stuff you can buy for $20. So.
Nah, definitely. Bravo, Charlie's in, Ben. Good to see you as well. Captain Opshop Nerd has a nerd question. Do you have daily automated or manual setup for backup of data? There we go.
We've already got backups of the existing data now, but I'll add that to the to-do list, Toby. Good point.
We're just giving him more work.
Is there a max number of items you can have on the go at any one time? Will go nuts if you have like 20 on the go. Well, there isn't a max number, but obviously you want to be able to keep track of all those things. So whether you buy $1 items with your $5 and then turn that into 10 $2 items, or however you want to do it, you can do it as long as you can take a photo of it, track it, put it on our spreadsheet that we're looking after, and then when you sell it, just keep a tab on exactly what it is, and so we can match up the photos and the descriptions. So you could have 100 items on the go if you want to, but obviously you have to be able to track them. So whether you keep them in a separate tub or something, or
I'm going to use a sticker system. So
Yeah.
if that's my item, I upload it, I put a little sticker like a gold star or a smiley face or something, and then when I pull that item, I go, oh yeah,
that's a good
this is
one.
my $5 challenge item.
Yeah. So we'll be keeping track of like all the ins and outs once you have lodged them on the spreadsheet, but you guys need to be able to
You've gotta
find that
lodge it.
stuff out. So you have to lodge your evidence of you buying and then the evidence of you selling for the price that you bought and sold for, so that we can match it up. It's all fair. Make sure you take away any fees and shipping, depending on what platform you're on, so everyone is nice and fair. We will duck into the rules a bit later on as well, so you guys can sort of track along with it. I know there's a fair few questions going around about, how are we going to do it? What's the rules? Can we sell here? Can we sell there? So we will try and cover them off tonight as well. 52 in the chat. Thank you everyone for coming. Really appreciate it. Tony's in. Thank you, Tony.
What I was thinking for, because obviously there's going to be had to see receipts or conversations or whatever, depends on where you're buying. So if you're buying from an op shop and you're buying something and you take a photo of that receipt, probably what I'm going to do is take a photo and then put it in like a favorite, so, or like an album in my phone, so that when I do actually sell it, oh no, that doesn't work out because we can just submit it straight away, can't we?
Yeah, so when you purchase the item, submit it straight away with a photo, and then when you sell the item, submit it with a photo of what you sold it for, and that's two different forms within the same form.
Yeah,
so we can duck into that when we get to that point. But if
Not
anyone,
a bad idea though.
yeah, definitely, like if you can sort of keep an eye on it at your end as well, you have a better understanding where you are, and you don't lose track of it. So the leaderboard will be available like all the time. I think it updates every 5 minutes, if I'm right, Frank, around that sort of time period. So sort of 5 minutes after you've made an entry, it'll update. We're tracking not only what profit you've made, but also the stock on hand. So say you have $50 of stock on hand and $100 worth of sales, we'll be able to see that as well, which is kind of a cool little lesson, I think, because it'll be able to show you in that 6 months time what has sold for you and what hasn't, and how much stock you actually have on hand, rather than just that figure at the end. So I think that'd be a cool little learning experience for all of us as well.
Yeah.
So what I might do is I might share, let's see if I can find the rules first. That'll be a good start. Might have to make this a little bit bigger. Let's see. It's not working real well. All right, that'll work.
It is little, but we're going to try it. Leprechauns can't beat kangaroos.
All right, you guys can see that. All right, so this is optimized for mobiles, hence why it's so small, and I don't want to sort of change it because then it stuffs a whole bunch of other stuff up.
Don't touch
But
anything.
essentially, it just runs through what the concept is, a little bit of information, and then we've got the 5 rules here. So number 1 is you must submit proof of purchase/sales to be verified. Number 2 is you can use your money however you want to use it, in all in one item or by bulk lot with the money. However, you must track each item individually. Number 3, once you have purchased an item, it is locked in and cannot be traded for any other item you pick up. So choose wisely. Number 4, you can sell your item on any platform you wish. So you can do it on Facebook Marketplace, Gumtree, eBay. As I said before, if you are selling on eBay, rule number 5 is take away the fees and shipping out of your total cost. So obviously, if you buy an item for $5 and stuff for 20 on Facebook Marketplace, you've made a $15 profit straight off the bat. So you're going to be able to have that $20 to reinvest. So you got $20 there. If you're selling on eBay, you're going to have to deduct your fees, and you're probably down to, I don't know, $18 or something like that. So minus potentially shipping as well. So pretty simple. We don't want to sort of overcomplicate it at all. We want to keep it nice and easy for everyone to sort of play along with. So if anyone has any questions about that set of rules, drop in the chat now. We'll try and pick them up. But essentially what we're trying to say is you can buy whatever you want as long as it's under the amount that you have. You have to buy it from the 1st of June, so you can't pick something out of your death pile or something that's already in your store. It has to be purchased after on or after the 1st of June. And this will run all the way through to November 30. So 6 months to see how much you can grow it to. Do you guys have a goal in mind? Do you have a figure that you want to hit? I want to hit 1,000, just as a nice little round number. But do you guys have a number in mind that you want to be able to hit in that 6 months?
I'm with you. I want to hit a K at least.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a good little goal, because $5 is a cup of coffee. So if you can turn a cup of coffee, unless you're buying
into a fountain of coffee,
yeah, into like the most expensive coffee.
Into many coffees.
Coffee machine.
What's that? Sorry?
Turn it into a coffee machine.
That's it.
That's true.
All right, so let's catch up with some of the chat. Sarah's in. Good to see you, Sarah. Thanks for dropping in. David Green, how can I give proof of sale when buying from a garage sale?
It's going to be a little bit of trust basis, but still snap a picture.
Even if you can just like sneak a picture of you handing over the money or something like that.
Might look a little sus.
Yeah, we have organized an email address as well. So we want to get people involved as much as we can. So what we've actually done is we've created this email address, which is in the link below. And what you guys can do is, if you want to film like a 30-second to 1 minute video when you're out op shopping or garage selling or anything like that, do it in landscape, send it to that email address, and what we'll do is we'll cut some videos together and make it like a little community-based video, because I think that'll be pretty cool. If a whole bunch of people send in videos, we kind of smash them together and make like a $5 challenge video. So
compilation.
You don't have to put your face on it if you don't want to. You can just be filming items that you're picking up. We'll be smashing this all over Instagram as well with the hashtag $5DollarChallenge. So we'll update leaderboard as we go on Insta, but essentially it's just designed for everyone to have a bit of fun. Hopefully we can all turn $5 into something amazing and learn a few things along the way as well. And I might even pick out some of the best flips along the way and sort of show them, so people get a bit of like, that was my flip.
Feel good.
The cool thing, actually, following the hashtag, I think everyone should definitely try to use that, especially when they're buying things. And showing that on Instagram, so we can actually still like see, because it's a long time, that 6 month period, and we want to make sure that we can keep track of what everyone's doing. And it's just fun to see where everyone, because we can't really see exactly on the leaderboard what you've bought, so it'd be good to actually see. Yeah,
it'd be awesome to sort of track along on Instagram, see what everyone's doing.
Tommy's shooting for 7 mil.
Just a casual 7 mil for Tommy. He'll probably turn it into 10. So Tommy, if you haven't signed up yet, make sure you do. I've seen a lot of names running through. So
that was his conservative goal.
Yeah, that wasn't even his stretch. Garage sale photo with a smile for sure. What if you find something in a curbside throwout? Do we just take a photo when gunning Unicorn Weber?
I think that we're making it a blanket.
You have to
start
buy
with
it.
$5.
Yeah, so
otherwise it's going to get so confusing.
I think it's best that it's a purchase and not a free item. To make it like even for everyone. And that way, you know, if you pay $1, you pay $1. But yeah, I don't think we can do free stuff, because then you're starting to add like another variable into the mix and you don't have any money invested in the product. So,
but we also totally encourage curbside pickup. I love that.
Toby's going for 20 billion dong. I'm not really sure how much that is in terms of total value.
It's not out. It's just got to be separate. Separate competition.
I think the garage sales are fine if you can prove what you paid for it. So you just need to
buy your
item. Need to show us what you paid for.
Just starting with $5 is the concept.
Hi guys, night duty, so I'll have to watch this later. Thanks for dropping in.
Thank you.
Leaves $5 for them, Zach. that's a bit.
Get back to you.
Happening.
No.
I mean, good to see you. Thank you for dropping in. Can we buy Bitcoin? No, don't buy Bitcoin.
Don't recommend it. $5 Bitcoin.
Can you even buy $5 a Bitcoin? What is that?
You can. It'd be like 0.0000001 of a Bitcoin or something. Hey, Tori, good to see you.
Oh, golly.
I'm going to want to quit reselling after this challenge. I'm aiming for 400. There's nothing
$5 into 400.
I would take 5 to 400 every day of the week.
You don't have to do 7 million. It's just a recommended.
Captain Opshop Nerd is going to end up with a new house after this.
You turn your $5 into a new house.
I'd be impressed. You wouldn't even need the $50 winnings. You would just be bowling. James Taylor, what is the best time of day and week to visit an op shop? That's probably a good question for the panel here. So, Cara, do you have a best time? Like, do you find that like a Monday morning or a Saturday afternoon or a Friday night, is there a best time that you found?
Nah, never. I haven't. It depends. I don't know. I've never found like a good time. I used to frequently go like in the mornings to my dollar op shop, like most days, and it would never feel like it was any different or, and then like salvos, like there's no rhyme or reason for me anyway.
Yeah. Frank, what about you? Have you found a sort of a bit of a pattern at all in any of the sourcing?
I think it depends on the shop. Like the other day I went down to the Anglican church in Mandurah and they just put out a pair of the motorcycle pants that I showed in the haul video. So just right place, right time.
Yeah. I think that's the biggest key is just continuously going out as much as you can because the more times you're out, the more opportunity you have.
My day in the shop.
My favorite time to source is Friday nights at Savers because it's empty.
Used to be.
But they're currently not open Friday nights. So my favorite time is never now because I can't.
Pretty dog shit last time.
So we went out Sunday and went to 2 Savers and I literally walked out of both with nothing. So that was
nothing but a bad mood.
Can you buy like $5 of scrap wood and make something out?
I don't know.
Mikhail's gone rogue here.
Okay,
Mikhail's gone rogue. I think it's simple. Op shop, garage sale, marketplace, Gumtree. Yeah, that would definitely make it more consistent and easier for everyone. So I think that's sort of the guidelines is to do it in that manner. Buying a product to sell on any of those platforms. Any platform is fine. You can use Etsy if you want. You can use Depop. You can even try and flip it on Instagram. So don't mind where you try to sell it as long as you can show a photograph of the conversation that you've had proving the sale happened and how much for, or a screenshot of the eBay sale, anything like that,
etc.
So what am I currently looking at UK pounds? Can you give me a value? I think it would be about $2.50, £2.50 or something like that, because I think it's almost double. So
I haven't looked at conversions.
Wouldn't you say that if people are doing it from international, every time they enter data, they really should be looking at the dollar, like converting it from Google into
Australian dollars?
I think that's easy right when you're entering it. So open up a spreadsheet, open up a Google tab with conversion and just whack it in.
Yeah.
Definitely. Make friends with manager and find out when they put out new stock.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We haven't really had that opportunity with us both working.
20 million dong is about 1.3 million AUD. There you go. Free
Knowledge.
Facebook or Gumtree pickups. Let's not do free stuff. We want to have invested. So you have to buy the item for. It can be a cent if it costs a cent, but you have to buy the item. Otherwise, it's going to get too confusing, and people are going to have a massive stock that they didn't pay for. And
the spreadsheet will not like it. We do not want to upset the spreadsheet.
My brain will explode. We are going out back 3 months of this, hitting up op shops. No one else
gets to them.
Wow.
Ooh.
That's what you want. That's
Love it.
awesome.
I've got a bit of a plan for doing that myself, actually.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's Frank could have some competition there, it looks like.
I can't answer this one from James. Are deceased estate garage sales normally any good?
We've been to one. Remember we went to one.
Cara got dope towels.
We've been to a few.
We've been to a couple. we don't seem to get, like, we don't have the setup that they have in the US where like there's a state clearance mobs that happen every weekend. It's sort of like a more family run thing. So a lot of time the stuff will either get donated straight to the op shop or unfortunately in the tip. A few of them do them okay, but we don't see them a lot. So yeah, no country op shopping, that's my thing. Frank, implement an inbuilt live converter. Now,
do you know what?
Now he's pushing the limits here. We've already
It's within his scope, but he's done so many hours on this.
We've already dragged half of Frank's
I think
life.
we could take some suggestions as we go along, because if we do this again, we can look to improve it next year as well, you know?
Yeah, I think we'll definitely do one next year, but I'm thinking, obviously we're going to see how this one goes first, but I'm thinking of a more like 1 month challenge and just like a really confined, like how quickly can you split stuff? Because I think that would get people thinking even harder about what they're buying. So this one's 6 months, but I'm thinking after that we might do a 1 month one and just see how that goes. What's your Georgina says she's confused. Drop your questions in, Georgina. We'll try and answer them for you. Let's get into some of the forms. So Frank's helped us out massively with these. So big shout out to Frank. Make sure you head over to his channel and check him out. But we have the sign up form here. So we've developed this sign up form, which we'll be closing on the 30th of May. So you have 4 more days to get into this one. I think we have 67 signed up already. All you need to do is enter your name, your email address, and your Instagram handle if applicable. And what that will do is it'll put you onto our spreadsheet. Frank or myself will go in there, add you to the buy list, and then you'll be able to log into the purchase and sales submission spreadsheet, which is the next one I'll share. So Frank, did you want to talk a little bit about this one? Because you put a lot of effort into building this, but essentially you've just sort of made a selection based on what people have entered. So if myself and Jazz were entering, we would just go through and enter our name and then hit next.
Click next. Then pretty simple, if you're making a purchase or if you've sold something, next. And then into the description. Try and keep the description the same for your purchase and your sale when you get around to selling it. It makes it easy to match up. Then the amount, and then it's going to ask you to attach a photo as well when you submit it. Yeah,
and then you'll just submit, and we would pick it up in the spreadsheet, verify that the sale has occurred based on the photos.
Verify that the sale has occurred.
And the reason we're doing that is we want to make sure it's all fair, because there is a little bit of money on the line. There's $50 at the end of it, and maybe a little bit of a championship trophy, I reckon. So try and be as descriptive as possible, keeping those descriptions the same. Like if you're buying, you know, one pair of Nike shoes, put 1 pair of Nike shoes for the description when you enter it, and the same when you submit the sale. So
not just one Nike shoe.
No. Well, if you can sell 1 Nike shoe, then you're doing all right.
I think that Mikhail should get some driftwood and maybe like whittle a trophy for us. I think he's really already offered to do that.
It sounds like he wants to become a carpenter.
Let's put some coin to work. We went to one in particular last year, and there was good stuff there. He was a collector.
Oh, wow.
That's cool. Why not just start with the conversion in now? So like £2.50, then just convert to pounds at the end. Why not just start at what the conversion is now?
I think it would just be easier for people to put into Google because it's just there and they can do it. Do you think? Like,
well, it's gonna. The leaderboard won't like it. Is the thing.
Yeah, it'll. We would
so
have
it'll
to,
need to go in as Aussie dollars
because we'd have to change. Yeah. I think convert it to Aussie dollars as you're doing it. So it's going to make it easier that we don't have to change any of the formula or anything like that. 6 months is already too long. I think it is a long period of time.
Until you're waiting for your first item to sell, and then at 6 months, it's not very long.
And we'll try and keep updates coming pretty regularly so that it sort of keeps engaging. But I think having that live leaderboard sort of active all the time, it's going to keep people engaged in it. If it's sort of petering off after 3 months, we'll try and spice it up again. But I feel like it's a good length of time coming into Christmas, and it gives people time to think about it and get some stuff moving. So I think we will do a shorter one. next time, but I think 6 months is a good place to start.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see as well. I think for people to see that they can make money from $5 as well, in that it gives you a long time to make a bit of money.
It's going to be a really good visual. I'm excited.
We should have asked everyone to pay $5 to enter and then pull the winnings. We did think about that, but we wanted to make it a free to enter thing so everyone could get involved.
Yeah, super accessible.
We didn't want to sort of put any like money or take money away from other people and then have to worry about us holding on to the money and people thinking that we're trying to profit from it. So
people like starting off and paying their $5, but then, you know, life happens and they don't finish the competition.
So we're not taking any money from anyone else. We'll put the $50 up as a prize off our own back and the little trophy. So maybe next time we can do something like that as like a Premier League or something, Premier League thrift off. But I think this one will just keep nice and simple, free to enter, no money involved except for what we're putting on the table, and then there's no sort of confusion.
Just go out and make some money.
Yeah.
I'll stump up 50 as well.
Oh, whoa, Frank.
All right, well, we're up to
well.
No, Cara, you're making the trophy, remember?
We're going to sand that thing. We want it varnished.
No, I'll put 50 up too.
Wow, guys.
Well, we might split that between first, second, and third then. So we'll do maybe like, I don't know, 100 for first, 30 for second, and 20 for third or something. So
dang.
Thanks, guys, for getting involved. We definitely didn't expect you guys to do that. So big shout out to these guys for not only putting their time in, but now their money as well. So definitely didn't expect to do that. So there is a link to the leaderboard in the description, but I will show you guys live while we're here what we've been working on with that. That could be bad. Let's not do that. I almost left the studio.
Don't press unnecessary buttons.
Still as well.
So I just need to get to. So this is the dashboard. Obviously, there is a secured link of this. This is our back end one. We're trying to fix our little photos that have dropped off for some reason. But you can see here, Frank's just been testing the purchase mounts to make sure that's working. So once we go live, Frank will be back to the normal 5, same as everybody else. So we're all starting on the same level. And it's why we have 3 admins is we can cross-verify each other's so that you know that we're not sort of trying to cheat the system as well. So currently there's 65 people in there. I think we've got 2 more to add into the leaderboard. Was that so, Frank?
I think there's a couple more to go in still.
Oh, okay. So we'll as we said, we'll cut.
Flower, because Megan's comments in front of his face.
Oh no, I'll try and get rid of it.
Frank, where are you?
There we go. Frank's back. Sorry about that. Get rid of that one as well. We're gonna see Frank's beautiful face. So I think we've got a couple more to go in, and we've sort of made some color differences here. So you can see the top 10 is in gold, and then I think that's like a light blue, and then
I think it's supposed to be silver, but
I see silver and bronze. There we go.
Brad's a little bit colorblind.
I'm a little bit blind.
Just in general blind.
So that will be the leaderboard. There are links in the description for all this stuff. We will be posting this stuff all over Instagram as well, so you guys can find it on our Facebook page. I'm sure these guys will put some links up as well if you aren't able to find it on ours, but we'll make sure it's pretty visible. Once you have the link, it's probably a good idea to save it as a favorite, so you can just go back to it and same with the films.
I think old Robbie Hollywood is causing a little bit of trouble in the chat.
Is he? That doesn't sound like Rob. Where is he?
That would never happen.
Where did he? I should be on top of that leaderboard. Well, there was a question that came through Instagram, funnily enough, which I might just bring up in relation to this because we do have 3 questions from Instagram.
We do need to address everyone's concerns.
So Diver Flipper has requested that we put an admin to follow Rob because he has been known to do some tricky stuff. So I was thinking of trying to get Sinister onto the case, but Sinister's rates are too high for my empty wallet. So we're just going to have to keep an eye on. We do have a WA admin though, and Cara knows a way around WA as well. So Any
Watching
funny stuff, Rob, will be straight onto you. Some awesome flour. If you get caught cheating, you will be deducted $200. There you go.
Ooh.
Will there be a link to submitting and purchase a sale? Yep. So that's the purchase and sale submission. We'll make sure we link that as well. So it's probably best to log it as soon as you buy it or when you get home, and then do your sale as soon as it happens, so that you guys don't lose track of it.
We know. Everyone knows.
Rob is only allowed to buy VHS tapes. Tori's enjoying the creativity. So yeah, that's a culmination of Frank, myself, Michaela's idea, Cara's admin support, and I do want to give a big shout out to Rob as well, because he once he heard about the challenge, he threw together a thumbnail for it, because he's like, oh, I've got a really cool idea. So
and it's amazing.
that's why we're going to get Rob on tonight, but he is on the way home. So unfortunately, he won't be joining us. But thanks to the Aussie VHS Thrifter, who I've also linked in the chat for you guys.
He made it look awesome.
Entering the sale of items, that is the sale amount or net profit, minus sale, service fees, and postage. So you want to be entering in your profit amount. So you can put your total amount in there, deducting your fees and your postage, because you're going to be using your cost of goods to keep rolling. So you don't need to deduct your cost of goods. That will continue on. But you do need to deduct your any fees or shipping costs, or platform subscription.
Sale price minus any fees or shipping. Bang it in.
Have you guys considered making a Facebook group for the challenge? Might be fun. That could be a cool idea, actually.
That might be a thing.
Maybe I'll try and work on that this weekend. A lot going on.
We'll see if it gets a priority.
70 people watching. Thanks everyone for joining us. That's huge. Thanks everyone for dropping in. I really hope you guys are going to enjoy this challenge. If you guys have any more questions for us before we close up, let us know. I do have 2 more from Instagram, and I'll probably get you guys engagement on this as well. So can you sell anything anywhere? Are we looking for total profit? So yes, as I said before, you can sell on any platform. You can source from any platform as long as you have paid for it. And so where are you going to be looking for that first item? Are you thinking OpShop? Are you thinking Facebook Marketplace? Where do you think you're going to get that first item from, guys?
Definitely OpShop.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it depends on how quickly I can get out. If I can't get out till the weekend, then I might try and do some Facebook Marketplace stuff and flip it really quickly. But
what can you get on Marketplace? It's good for fun.
Yeah, $5.
Good luck.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. And there we go. Does the first item have to be from an OpShop? No, you can purchase it from a garage sale, Facebook Marketplace, but it has to be a purchase.
Oh, I wish there was heaps of garage sales on right now.
Yeah.
Maybe I can make like a mini achievement board as well. So like first sale, first to $100, first to $1,000.
You're creating yourself work here, Frank.
It's not hard to do. I can do that.
For me, it's impossible. Rob is allowed to buy VHS. Yep. Michael's just signed up. Thank you, Michael. Quick shout out to Michael as well. So the big video that we've been pumping up was all because of Michael. So thanks to Michael for getting us in on that one. That video is going to be dropping Friday morning. So if you guys haven't subscribed and hit that bell, do that now, because that video is by far our biggest purchase ever. So
couldn't have done it without him.
See if you can live up to his name. The chat just jumped all over the shop again.
We don't think we've missed any questions.
Sinister is a WA boy, Freo boy, so he's got my back. Oh no, I think Sinister might keep you in line there, Rob. Sinister, Roshy, Team Rob.
Oh, no.
Damn straight. Oh, they're teaming up. We'll have to create an anti-Rob squad. Someone
follow Sinister and Rob.
Got some VHS today, but I went okay. The rules. I only need one sale, then I'll sit back and wait for you to catch up.
Oh, okay.
That's a good talk.
Come on, man.
And that's kind of what I'm going to enjoy about this, a little bit of the smack talk.
Smack talk.
You guys I might create a little bit of Facebook group so we can have some fun over there.
So that we can trash talk each other to our face.
It is a friendly competition, so none of it's serious, but it's always good to have a bit of banter.
Love it.
We are trying to keep it pretty fun, so please be legitimate with what you're purchasing and submitting, because we're all in it to have some fun. Yes, there is a little bit of money at the end of it, but I know I wouldn't feel right if I had cheated the system to win money. So
show us your skills.
Yeah, show us what you can actually do. No one's expecting crazy, stupid numbers. We're all just in it to have
except for
fun.
Tommy.
Yeah, Tommy's just going rogue. I feel no man. I'm coming to WA to control Sinister and Aussie VHS Thrifter. Good luck to you, Zach.
I don't think you're going to be able to.
DVG. We maybe need to get DVG over there. Maybe we fly DVG in for some.
And excites me.
Op shops already know which one we're going to hit.
Oh, they've got a plan. They're ready.
Heading to Toowoomba, June 1st. Maximize number of shops in a day.
Get it.
Man, feel the little man.
I want to go on Monday the 1st.
You're definitely going to have to go out Monday the 1st because I'll be working. Tony, thank you for dropping in. The chat just dropped off. If you buy a job lot of items, can I split into per item price to fit in with a challenge? So if you're buying like 100 DVDs for $100, then no. If you're buying 5 DVDs for $5, then yes. So you need to keep the whole purchase under that $5. Otherwise, you could go out and buy like a massive lot and then just go, oh, I cherry picked this item out of the lot to sell. So it has to be, the whole total amount has to be under that amount that you have in your kitty. And
the kitty doesn't lie.
The kitty doesn't lie.
But obviously, like if you're up to $100 and you buy a lot for $100, then that's fine.
You just got to track all those items.
All of those bits,
So as you can spend all your money, like if you've turned your 5 into 20, you can use that 20 all in one purchase and split that 20 however you want. But the idea is to keep growing that number. So you want to be spending as much of your reserve as you can on good quality stuff.
I will be trying not to have lots of items out there because that's going to be a little bit of a logistical nightmare.
Signed up 2. Looks like we're going to have a few more entries to enter. 70 people in here. How much are you paying these folks?
We paid for them in a bulk lot. I'm kidding.
Jeez.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call any of you bots.
I'll be happy to get my $5 back. Smack talk and banter not worth doing unless I can try and beat Flipper.
It's going to come down to a 2-man race.
The amount of 10-cent VHS piles I ignore is insane. Bought 5,000 way back, never again.
5,000.
That's a lot of work.
They love crap in 5,000 VHS. Like,
as long as they didn't have the name written on every single one.
Wish we'd found those Freddy VHS a few weeks later. Yeah.
How
did I get hired as security? I thought you were volunteering for it, Leanne. We will have our own challenge with the $5 challenge, Rob. Man, why did I read? Anyone else have a distribution list to feed for potential sales? That will come in handy for Toby for sure. Anyone has any questions in the last sort of 15 minutes, please drop them in. Do you guys have any? I think we've gone through the submission forms. We've gone through the leaderboard. I'll create a Facebook page because I think that'll be fun. And we will be probably dropping videos along the way. So as I said, if you guys want to submit your personal videos in landscape mode, so turn your phone in this direction to film, we'll compile them and put a video out. So that'll be fun.
Yeah, we'll be.
Damn you with your rules. There has to be in place.
It's going to keep you in line. You know what would be the most fun thing about the videos is that we'll probably see people who we don't usually see.
Yeah, and that's going to be the fun part of it. Like, it might sort of encourage more people to get involved with YouTube and start their own channels. And I know there's some new channels popping up in the chat as well. So it's going to sort of like expose a lot more people to a lot of other people. So
Make some friends.
Yeah, that's going to be
Find
fun.
a challenge buddy.
Definitely.
Or a challenge enemy.
Yeah.
Someone you want. Do you have a nemesis apart from us, Cara, that you want to beat?
No, probably just you guys.
Why I order.
I want to beat Rob.
Beatly.
What about you, Frank? You and Toby have a bit of a head-to-head, do you reckon?
Oh, we could probably have a head-to-head, but I actually live fairly close to Rob as well, so we're going to be frequenting the same sort of area.
Might have to section off the thrift store to Bay. Got to stay 1.5 meters apart, still, guys. So yeah. No fisticuffs in the stores. Thank you very much.
You can only elbow each other.
In my videos, I'll use an icon for the $5 challenge item, pop it up on the screen when I buy and show it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's already so fun.
I will not give up until I beat Cara, Brad, and Jazz.
Man, you won't be able to beat me, Rob.
He'll be going until 2030. No. Kidding. He could very well beat us. And I think that it goes back to that initial item. Like if you buy something that's just going to sit there, you could be so far behind the pack because it's only going to take sort of 2 or 3 flips to get to that sort of $100 mark, and then you're going to be able to sort of, grow a lot platforms. But that first sort of 1 to 2,
just thinking on that, this might be a good opportunity for some people to explore multiple platforms as well.
Yeah,
on multiple platforms.
Some things are going to sell better on Marketplace. Like, say if you, I find that like kids stuff sells really well on Marketplace. If you can find something that you think will sell on Marketplace better than it will on eBay, there's lots of things that I can think of that would sell better on Marketplace. Probably using these different platforms is going to help. And then also, when you're going, like people I know are going to go out on July the 1st and like try to buy the first item that they find, but that's not probably the best idea. You got to wait until you actually find that right item that's going to be a good flip. Otherwise, like we were just saying.
Frank, I don't think you can put that in I don't think that counts as part of a flip challenge.
Oh, look at her.
She's not your item.
It looks like you.
Thank you for joining us on the stream. So cute.
Beautiful.
Oh, I've lost track. I've got distracted. Game over. Yeah, different platforms will be a good opportunity, I think. Learning those different platforms, Depop, selling stuff on Gumtree, Facebook Marketplace.
Those platforms.
Facebook Marketplace.
Team Rob going to love watching this play out.
I've seen a bit of Team WA popping up in the chat. Western Australia has already united.
Just seeing the new wardrobe.
Ooh.
So many Team Rob. Let's do this.
What about Team Judder?
Sorry?
Is there a Team Judder? Is that in between them two?
Team Judder.
Okay. Team Frank. There we go. Team Frank versus Team Rob. Here's a good question. I think it kind of fits in, but it kind of fits in with a lot of what we do as sort of YouTube resellers as well. Are you guys worried that too many people will get involved in reselling and make it harder for you to make money? We've sort of touched on this a little bit, Cara, talking behind the scenes and stuff, but what's your opinion on that? See you, Bubs.
Bye. No, I don't think so. Like really, I suppose it seems like there's a lot of people involved in reselling. When you think about it, we're just a small drop in the whole world, really, considering, how many billions of people there are. Really, there's so many people in Adelaide that resell, and we still get made. And I think there's enough to go around.
Now he's got the cat.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, look at that.
This is the Frank showing. Cute. That's so cool. Frank, are you concerned about too many people getting into reselling at all?
Not at all.
Got it?
I think a lot of people make it look quite easy, but there's a lot of time and effort that people have spent over years, learning how to do what they're doing. So
I don't agree with that. Yeah. It's not easy money, like maybe a little bit if you find the right items, but really what we're doing, we're listing and going out and posting, and it's a lot of work. It's not passive.
Yeah, I tend to agree. Like, there's a lot of work involved in reselling. You have to have a passion for it to make it work. There's a lot of hours put into it. It takes a long time to get to a point where you're making like a good amount of money back from what you're investing. So I think a lot of people try it out, and some people continue it for a long time. But I think a lot of people try it out, work out that it's not easy money, and move on to something else. So it's great to see people trying to do side hustles and making money for themselves, which is why we sort of share our journey to try and give some people an idea of what is possible and give them some ideas of what they can do. But you have to have a passion for it. You have to have the drive, because you're going to be spending your weekends thrifting. You're going to be spending your evenings packaging. You're going to be listing a lot of stuff. You're going to have some big wins. You're going to have some big losses. Like any business, you have to invest to make it work. So hopefully this $5 challenge sort of gives people a little bit of an insight if they haven't already started. But I think that's part of why we wanted to start it, because we just wanted to show that you can start with something pretty small and potentially build it into something like an ongoing business. So
the world is still so wasteful as well. We're constantly buying and getting rid of things, and that is not going to stop. Is it going to get worse? I don't know. Is it going to get better, as in is there going to be less stock around? But at the moment, it doesn't seem like it. It's people just love to buy stuff and then buy stuff again, especially like women's clothes. There's so much out there
on the curbside, and then Zach comes along and finds your Jimmy Choo.
Oh man. I missed the start, but is there a hashtag we can use for Instagram? Yeah, so it's just going to be hashtag $5 the word challenge. I'll make sure I plaster it up on Instagram probably as of the 1st of June, so people can get involved with it, tag us in it. It'd be really cool to see what everyone's doing, but I think we will put together a little bit of Facebook page so people can join up on that and engage there as well. There's a little bit of work involved with that, but I'll try and get that done this weekend. Oh, here's another
Ruby.
Here's another show and tell for the evening.
Oh, she doesn't have her jumper on tonight. Is she by the fire?
Yeah, it's hot in here now.
So yeah, hashtag $5 challenge.
Yeah.
Hopefully it will help people how they track their sales. Got to keep track of dollars. Yep, definitely.
Yeah.
Let's catch up with the chat a little bit.
Where's it going?
Where are we going? Sorry, might have already been answered a question in relation to the challenge. If you buy an item from a garage sale, how do you provide evidence that it was $5 or less? So that is going to be hard. If you can get a photo of you sort of handing over the money and the item coming to you, that'd be really good.
That'd be ideal, but
it's going to be quite hard to get it any other way, because you can't really get an invoice or a receipt or anything, which is probably why Facebook Marketplace and op shops are going to be better for that sort of stuff. But if it's like an item that we can sort of tell would be around that price, then we could probably tick that off. But if it's something ridiculous and you said you've got it for $5, you're going to have to provide some concrete.
If it's too good to be true, we're probably going to assume it's not true.
If you're saying you're buying a Ferrari for $5, I'm probably going to remove that from the challenge. And we do have admin access on the back end, so if anyone decides to spam the photos and stuff like that, we can remove it pretty quickly. So please just enjoy the challenge for what it is, have some fun, and enjoy what Frank has put together, because he's put a lot of effort into it. A lot of hours have gone in to try and make all the platforms work. So I think I haven't seen anything else like this created for such a challenge. So big ups to Frank for putting it together. And yeah, hopefully hopefully it all goes well. By the looks of it, we've tested it pretty rigorously and haven't had too many problems apart from the little images problem. Frank, set up IP blockers for spammers. Frank's twitching over there. He's like, I have a young family and a cat.
I've actually done something similar with I made like a form for eBay bad buys, which has a rotating picture selection, which basically makes it so you can't spam it. If we do get spam, then I'll just put that in as well, and you'll just have to select the right picture. Easy.
Yeah. I am a human.
Yeah. But hopefully we won't need to do it. I think everyone's just in it to have the fun. So if we do get some trolls playing around in there, we'll sort it out pretty quickly and kick them out because so we're all in it for fun. We're not super bloody computers or anything, but Frank's got us covered, so he's done an epic job, as Sinister has said. So 5 minutes before we duck off, but if anyone has any more questions, that'd be great. Do you need a date on the item? So obviously if you're selling from eBay and stuff, that's going to be easy to prove. Same with Facebook Marketplace and stuff like that, because you can screenshot the conversation. I'm hoping that you guys will just be as honest as you can, like with garage sale stuff. Like, yeah, we're all in it for fun, so you just do the best you can to be honest with it, please. We're trying our best to make it as fair as possible by doing these back-end photos. So if you guys could respect the system and try and provide the right info, that'd be great.
Then it will be the best.
Bravo, Frank, for all the work you have done. Also, Brad and Jazz, of course. I'm sure Cara will rip into working hard on it also. Cara's going to be admin away like a boss.
She got the panic call. Lots of people are signing up.
Thanks, Brad, Jazz, Frank, Cara, and Rob for all the hard work. Good luck, everyone. Looking forward to seeing their awesome flips.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be great.
Where do we sign up? There is a link in the description called sign up form. Head over to that. You just input your name, your email address, and your Instagram handle if you have one. I think let's have a quick check and see how many entries we are up to. Let's refresh. Holy crud. We're up to 75 entries.
Whoa.
75 entries into this challenge, which is huge. So big ups to everyone in the chat, everyone that has already joined the challenge. If you haven't, you've got until Saturday evening to join, the 30th of May. That'll give us 1 day to clean up the spreadsheet on the back end, make sure all the data is correct and accurate.
Ready to go.
We will clear Frank's $1 entry and make it all back to the $5 starting point. We just needed that to have the formula in there so that we could make sure it replicates it properly.
Can drifters buy a chicken and sell the eggs?
This is not a farm challenge, unfortunately.
But they can purchase a chick.
It is a very good idea, but maybe we'll have to do that as a different challenge later down the track.
Yeah.
Challenge.
I could invest in a hive.
Can we have a booby prize? I thought you were going to win it, Rob. What do you need a booby prize if you're winning it? You don't need a booby prize.
Yeah.
Wooden spoon.
No.
Which Michaela
so if you find something
whistle.
good this week, hide it on the mannequin until the 1st of June.
No.
Thank you guys. Looking forward to snatching a trophy at the desk.
Oh.
A wooden spoon to go with the others.
Oh.
Snap. No more Team Rob. Sinister just threw a bloody bullet across the better. All right, guys. So challenge starts 1st of June. Get out there. It's a Monday. Log those purchases on the form. Get those submissions in. Try and get those quick flips through. Kamal vinyl for booby prize. There you go. I think Rob has a few of those. Log your submissions. Try and keep your descriptions the same. Log photos of your purchases and your sales. If you have any questions, hit us up on Instagram or via Facebook, and we'll try and help you guys out. It's a pretty simple concept. Start with $5 and see what you can turn that $5 into. Don't forget to take away fees and shipping if you're selling on eBay or any other platform from your total. But cost of goods will keep rolling over. So Say you buy something for 5, sell it for 20. You have no cost. You have no shipping or fees. You can put that 20 straight back in because you've got that $5 back plus 15.
Yep.
So
the spreadsheet will know.
Spreadsheet.
Rob's just turned from rule breaker into rule checker.
Make sure your buy is on the first. I'll be checking receipts. Paul Brown. Thank you for dropping in.
Oh, God.
So thanks, everyone. We're just about to head off. Join the challenge below. Sub to these guys. Cara from ThriftyPixie putting out pretty regular videos now, which is awesome. Great knowledge. Women's vintage. What else? China, everything. A lot of stuff. First heap of gear. Sub to Frank below. It's been doing a few videos lately, some live streams. And
mostly putting together this challenge.
Yeah, just been spending like 600 hours putting it together. So thank you, Frank. Thank you both for joining us. Do you guys have anything coming up on your channels this week at all?
I haven't. Well, I was filming. I filmed the video, like half a video of us going to Savers, and then because it was so short, I was like, nope.
That video was me like dragging my thing around upside down through the whole
empty
store.
basket, having a tantrum.
I was not happy.
Wasn't. So I'll figure out something else.
Frank, what about yourself?
No, nothing planned for the week yet. I just realised it's a holiday on Monday here next week. So
unlucky WA. Unlucky WA. That's what you get for having a public holiday, man. I think we've got one the weekend after, so that should even it up, I reckon. But you can still do Facebook. You can still do Gumtree. So there's still options out there.
Yeah.
Make sure you sub to these guys, like I said. Join the challenge, and we will see you. Thursday, we will be over on Primetime Treasure Hunters YouTube channel for a thrift battle against Pure Hustle Podcasts.
Gonna be wicked.
Which are two awesome dudes, Mike and Orlando. Really looking forward to that challenge. So we take on 5 items, and people have to vote for the best item. So join us over there and vote for two Aussie Thrifters so we can bring the trophy back to Australia for you guys.
We're doing it.
Friday, crazy video dropping on our channel, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. Cara's had a little bit of an inside view, and the shed is rather full at the moment, so make sure you hit that little bell notification because I think that video is going to do really well.
Thanks everyone for coming.
On behalf of you guys, because you put so much effort into the video that's coming on Friday, it'd be really nice if everyone shared the video because it's going to be epic, and I just think that everyone should share it because of all the effort you put in.
Thank you. It would be much appreciated. It took a while. It was just like 3 or 4 hours to unpack it all, film it, and then repack it all. So
it was fun.
It was fun. We put up pretty sore, so we're struggling. We're getting old.
Needed the exercise.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time on Aussie Thrifters. Bye for now.
Bye.